I have no idea why the sound wasn't working on that video.
Is it working now?
It is working now, but for some reason the Pro Presenter isn't outputting the audio to the right place. But that's okay.
That's all right.
Welcome to our Thursday night live stream.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday we go live on Keto on the Couch, where we just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon. That way, every single time Sabrina is joining us from Central Florida, you'll be alerted to it. Hey, neighbor.
I just saw a comment from someone. If I can go find it, I can hear you now. I already miss you guys.
I miss you, Rhiannon.
Okay. Liz wanted to know, does anyone have keto eating tips for Seaworld Orlando? Can't bring in
food, probably.
Food going in the end of May. We haven't been to SeaWorld in a long time.
It's been a minute, but I tend to think the way that we do any park, and that is find something outside if you can.
Here's going to be my recommendation if you're going to SeaWorld, which if you're going to SeaWorld in the end of May, maybe we could meet up with them.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that.
But meet up in that area.
Yeah, I'd love that, Liz.
It's only 2.5 hours away, and now that lacrosse is sort of over, I have a couple Saturdays left, but that's it. We're going to be doing a lot more going away. But here's what I would recommend. Fast during the day.
Okay.
And then right down the street from SeaWorld Orlando, there is a Texas de Brazil, and there's also a Fogo de Chow. And you go there for lunch. Even what you could do is leave SeaWorld for lunch, run over to Texas de Brazil or Fogo de Chow for their lunch, because lunch is like $20 to $30 cheaper, and then go back to SeaWorld. And those are the kind of things that we tend to do.
Get out in the very heat of the day.
Right.
Come back when it's a little cooler.
And here's the thing. You will spend less money going to Texas de Brazil or Fogo de Chow than you will eating inside of the park.
It is crazy to say that, and yet it is still true. How? How is it so expensive to eat at a fun park?
I don't know. Can I give a little advanced announcement?
Okay. There's a new flavor of Keto Brick coming Sunday.
This came in the mail. We had no idea. We filmed a review video today.
We were like, what?
I'm going to edit it tomorrow, and then it's going to be available to our Patreons, and it'll go for everybody else on Saturday.
Nootropic flavor, icing flavor.
I'm just going to tell you, this is my new favorite flavor.
It's very good.
It tastes like cake icing.
It's very good.
It's really, really, really good.
It is good. And it's a true fat bomb. Let's be honest. There's a lot of things like masquerading as fat bombs that you probably don't want to eat. And this is really delicious. And it is truly trying to service the keto community.
So yeah, if you're interested in them, use the link on any one of our videos and also on our website. That lets Robert and Crystal know that we sent you over there. They are releasing on like Sunday
in between Utah and Florida
at 12 at noon Central Time. You're starting to get my allergy things.
I have one nostril that's like bone dry and one nostril that's like, oh, we're back in Florida. Here's some wetness.
Joe, Chris said, Joe, you made me laugh out loud. No sound effects. Yeah, I know. I don't know what was wrong with that.
Sorry.
It's been just a really hectic day. I had a dentist emergency.
A dental emergency.
Fortunately, it waited until we got home from Orlando, so I didn't have a tooth come out.
Isn't that so great?
Yeah, Orlando, from Utah.
From Utah, yes. So last night we had the, it feels loose. It was like being with a kid again, right? It's been a while since someone said, my tooth is loose, and oh, here you go. Here, hold this. Yeah. And it is a tooth.
So long story short, one of the teeth that she worked on, it came out. And so now it's another whole issue, which we actually addressed in today's vlog, and we don't want to waste the time here.
Yeah.
Our Utah trip vlog is going to be going up tomorrow. It's a little long, but we made it a one vlog video.
A one-day event.
And it's just our whole trip. All the things we did, things we hung out with, things we did with Chris and Miriam, everything with the conference and things like that.
Thanks to Chris and Miriam, y'all have already seen what happened at Keto Salt Lake. Because they're so stinking generous, they actually put the whole live stream up for free, which is awesome.
Okay, let's jump into the chat. Suzanne is here, said, love seeing you guys again in Salt Lake. Rachel, did you get 2 decades thrift store?
I did not get there. So we already have plotted out all of the different places that we need to visit. We actually wound up going to an aviary with the kids because Chris and Miriam's kids we got to hang out with.
Don't spill the beans on the vlog.
Oh, I'm sorry. But because they were out of school for spring break. It's their spring break this week.
Right.
So we did some kid stuff. I don't know why.
You have to be a mom taxi.
Universally, no child really enjoys a thrift store. You have to wait. It's very rare that I find a child that enjoys going thrifting with me. If you have a child that enjoys thrifting, can you send them my way? Because usually it's just the eye roll of,
Okay, so if you're new to our channel, maybe this is your first live stream, welcome. Our live streams are pretty much hang out with our community, question and answer. So if you have any kind of keto questions or carnivore questions or anything like that, if you have questions about topics that came up during the Keto Salt Lake Summit.
What are you working on?
Go ahead and ask them. We do our best to see everything in the chat. If you really want us to notice it, go ahead and use that super chat function down below. That's a little $ that's in the chat window. And that will highlight our screen and we immediately know you've got a question.
This time last week, we were getting to hug people.
That's right.
And now we're home and I can only hug you.
Well, actually, I think this time last week we were still on a plane. No, I guess I'm
Tuesday,
thinking Tuesday.
Friend.
My time days are gone.
No, we were
at the meetup last week.
We are in a Millennium Falcon this week. It has been like light speed, right? Yeah. Seriously.
Rose said, anybody else enjoy Rachel's worksheets as much as I am?
Thanks,
I definitely
Rose.
be using these things after April.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks so much for saying that. Yeah, I enjoy using them too, especially just journaling stuff, writing down things. How is your tracking going? What are you keeping track of? And what data are you collecting?
Yeah. Juju said another idea is pack a cooler, get a stamp to leave, and then eat in your car, and then go back in. That's what we did when we went to the water park, but we ordered pizza.
Fantastic idea, and I will say Orlando is chock full of public supermarkets and other supermarkets, so you can get lots of good treats, and you can actually get a cooler there at Publix if you don't want to take one, because maybe you're coming, via airplane and you don't have the extra baggage to take, but you can get a quick cooler there.
Yeah. He said, I hear there's an awesome cruise in the middle of May. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes.
We start a new series in kids ministry this week.
Series.
And we specifically chose to do this series because it's cruise themed. And I was like,
excited.
We're going on a cruise. It's cruise season. Let's do a cruise series. And it's 8 weeks about cruising.
Now reminding us.
And now it's reminding me that we're not going on a cruise.
We don't get to go on a cruise.
I know.
No cruise for you. You know what? Cruise in kids ministry for you. How about that?
That's good.
That is a consolation prize.
Sabrina said, Marco's looking for the electric Blackstone online and have not had much luck. Didn't you get yours at Walmart?
Yes.
So far as I know, the electric Blackstone is only available at Walmart. I actually had to call them for something. I don't remember what it was, but
Blackstone?
I'd called them for something. Oh, because somehow Rachel changed the temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And nowhere in the manual does it tell you how to change it or change it back.
Next level over here.
So I
Want
had
me to screw something up for you? Make it so that you have to call corporate.
Turns out you have to press and hold the button for X amount of seconds. I don't even remember. But yes, when I called them, I said, hey, what's up? I only see the 22-inch electric Blackstone at Walmart now, not the 17-inch. And she said, just like everything else, supply chain issues, but it was coming back.
Getting tired of that answer.
And it is still only available at Walmart. Denise said, have you ever heard of zinc oxide as being an electrolyte? I saw one on my daughter's Armor drinks. Weird. That's not one of the main electrolytes we need to worry about.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would put zinc oxide in there. I mean, it is a mineral, but I don't know. Patty said, I just got a Berkey last week. Do you have just the black filters for yours, or do you have the white ones too? We had the white ones when we bought it, and when they ran out, I didn't replace them because I'm not really worried about the fluoride as much. I don't even think we have much fluoride in our water because I have had it tested, and they don't last as long. So we don't have the fluoride filters anymore. Yep. Lots of people say cooler in the car for the win.
Cooler in the car for the win.
Ready, Set, Keto said hello, everyone. Welcome home to KK.
Hey,
Love watching you at
thank you.
Keto Salt Lake. You both did fantastic.
Thanks so much for your support. A big shout out to everybody that was so encouraging. Rhiannon, like totally after the first evening, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was very, very nervous. In fact, I think the behind the scenes room, I got about 10,000 steps in the first day because I was nervous. But as I shared with Rhiannon, who was so encouraging and supporting and could see I was having like a slight breakdown, I feel like it's a victory. Depression and anxiety during the standard American diet, that sad diet, I could not get up and speak in front of people. Yeah. And I feel like even though it was hard, as Miriam likes to say, we can do hard things.
That's right.
And we proved it this week because whether you had all the teeth in your head or not, you're getting up there.
We did it.
And whether we were gonna do things perfectly or not, we got up there and that was a huge win. And I was so thankful for it. And let me tell you, looking into the audience and seeing our precious friends there, that meant a lot too.
Yeah.
And it really tickled me to get to see y'all who have met online be hanging out and sharing an Airbnb even and just like sitting next to one another. I thought that was cool.
And there's lots more conferences coming up. The next one we will be at, so far as we know, is Ketocon. I'll link for it down below. If you use the code 2KrazyKetos, you'll get 10% off of tickets.
Child is coming
Don't
inside.
Our children know that we live stream at 8:30 every single Thursday?
Hi,
yet
child.
they're still coming in through the front door. Okay. Then we'll also be in Omaha. There's a link down below for 50% off of the tickets for Omaha. We'll also be at Dr. Barry's event. We'll be in Ketopalooza. Where else are we going to be? Orlando. So,
very
yeah,
exciting.
lots of different things
Chris
coming
says,
up.
I think that doing live streams and having technical problems makes it easier over time to do public speaking.
I agree.
I definitely think so. And I think that it actually really helps my tendency as a people pleaser to think to myself, it's not going to be perfect.
Right.
That is a really hard thing for me to grasp. Like, if I walk into a space, if I can't do it perfect, then I need to just stay home. Well, we would never live stream, clearly. I mean, it's almost a laughing.
Strive for perfection, but know you're probably never going to achieve it.
But yeah, it's helped me roll with stuff a lot better.
Juju said, Joe, I'll bet you good money that their burgers aren't even all beef either.
Oh yeah, probably.
Bet you good money there is soy protein. Most of the Disney meats are filled with soy.
I would not doubt.
Yep.
Even if it's not like malicious intent, but it's just the stretching of ingredients to save money.
Yeah. Steve said, how'd the banana and peanut butter keto chow come out? I've got strawberry and grape. Peanut butter 26% in freezing now.
It was actually really good.
It came out really good. So today...
I put it on Instagram.
Oh.
That's why.
I'm like, how does anybody know?
How does anybody know what I ate?
I made peanut butter and banana pudding, and it is really good. I did it in layers.
I put a camera in our bedroom, honey. Welcome.
He said, what is a new keto brick flavor? It is nootropic icing. So they did a collaboration with, it's Keto Brains Nootropic. And then it says like, pineapple flavoring, but there's no pineapple taste.
There's like a fruity note in it with icing. Like a vanilla, fruity sweetness to it. I honestly think it's one of the sweeter ones that I've tasted from them because usually their flavors don't lend themselves to be on the sweet side at all.
Tina, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Said so grateful for winning the April Keto Chow box. Bought a blender at Costco. Works great. First try it at my camper. It ate my tamper.
I'm so sorry.
Looked like cacao nibs in the shape.
Oh man.
Carol said, good morning, family. Joe and Rachel, you did such a great job emceeing Salt Lake. We enjoyed it very much from Australia.
Thanks so much for being there with us. And don't you love how social media helps it to be kind of, it's a small world after all, because we can like all be together.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jane says, because of you peeps, I ordered the Ninja Creamy along with more Keto Chow to have one every day.
That's awesome.
I love it. Add raspberry cheesecake in my coffee every day.
Raspberry cheesecake in the coffee is delicious.
Okay. Best part about staying
so.
with Chris and Miriam is there's always Keto Chow in the fridge.
So I could just run in there with my coffee and doop, 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 doop. Do you think they noticed when like big hunks of their shakes were missing?
I was just going out to the outside refrigerator figuring nobody was going to notice.
Oh, nobody will notice.
Lynn said, did the tooth fairy come? Not quite.
No. Well, it was an interesting exchange, right? Instead of you getting money, you leave money yourself to the tooth fairy.
A lot of money. Evelyn said, Joe and Rachel, so glad you shared your story with your weight and your pets.
Thank you so much. It's always a little bit of a heart palpitation when you share your before photos. It's hard sometimes to take a look at where we had let ourselves get.
Yeah.
And but it's encouraging, and I hope it does, provide encouragement to other people.
One of the things that honestly that we go back and forth of when we tell our story, especially at conferences, should we share, is the fact that Rachel lost weight prior to keto.
Yeah.
But we always choose to share that because I think it's important to show counting calories doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? The whole model of calories in, calories out doesn't work. Do calories matter? To a point. But just calories in, calories out doesn't work. And we talk about that because if calories in, calories out worked, she would have lost weight and maintained weight
Absolutely.
at 500 calories a day.
Yeah.
But she gained 70 pounds.
Because my body is very smart.
Right.
Trying to fool your body is kind of silly.
Well, here's the thing about that. So your body will do everything it can to maintain homeostasis.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Maintain the amount of calories that's coming in and use that energy with the calories that are going out. So if you're eating a lot of calories, maybe excess calories, and I don't mean like 2,000 excess calories, but let's say you're eating an extra 300 or 400 calories every day, your body will attempt to utilize that energy. Yeah. Okay. And I don't like the word calories. I like the word energy because protein calories aren't energy. Your body will attempt to utilize that in a lot of different ways, like trying to motivate you, give you the you should go for a walk, go do some exercise, lift some weight.
You can ignore it.
But
it's
at which
still
point
there.
You're going to gain weight. But it will attempt to get you to burn those calories. It'll also have involuntary movements like twitching.
Fidgeting.
Those are all ways for your body to get the excess energy out.
It's trying.
Yep.
I mean, no wonder I'm always like, moving all the time.
Trying to get rid of the extra energy.
Yeah.
On the other side, if you're giving your body not enough energy, you will lose some weight at the beginning, but then it's going to go, not enough energy coming in. What can I do so that I can function on the energy coming in? And that would be like slowing down metabolism. You didn't break your metabolism because your body's designed to do this. It's doing it because that's its job. Figure out a way to function on the calories in, like make you want to go to sleep.
Hibernate.
Make you not have an interest in exercising. All of those things are your body saying, I'm not getting enough energy.
Yeah.
Let's slow things down. Let's do things to conserve energy. So the calories in, calories out model doesn't work. We have to utilize energy and find the right amount, but it's more than just calories in and calories out.
Don't you think sometimes our body is like Jerry Maguire going, help me, help you, Rachel?
Right. Gigi said, Rachel, mine do. I will do clothes, and the others must be allowed toy aisles.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I love your kiddos already. Any kiddo that will go thrift shopping with Rachel, winner.
Okay, Betsy wants to know how's the sleep going. So we've been home for 2 days. Sleep is awesome. I am super excited. We got home.
We've been intentional about it.
We got home Tuesday. We landed. By the time we got home in the house, it was about 6:30. We were sleeping by 10:30. I was really proud of that. And then yesterday, I think we got in bed around 9:30. We put on an episode of The Chosen. We did not make it through the episode. We both went to sleep.
We fell asleep on Jesus.
I put my glasses on, and I actually got to the end. You did not get to the end.
No, I watched it this morning.
We did watch it, the end of it this morning. But yeah, so 2 days in, and sleep is awesome. Going to bed earlier, waking up at the same time, except for somebody had an alarm clock go off an hour before our wake up time this morning. I don't understand why, but we did.
I'm sorry.
We're going to work on that one.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, Blue Dove said, I think that's just shopping in general.
You are absolutely right. It is even a little bit tough like shopping with my hunter-gatherer over here because he wants a mission and I want to wander. Right. I want a treasure hunt. And he is like, let's get to getting, all right? Tell me what I am supposed to find. Let us discover that thing, and then let us leave this store. And I just want to like meander up and down the aisles.
Yeah. Patty said, what is the health concern with root canals and implants? I've had several root canals and one implant. I honestly don't know. And listen, there are a lot of health concerns when it comes to metal in your mouth, and you really... if you can, try to get as much of that metal removed by a dentist who knows how to do it properly.
Don't do it yourself.
But
no DIY dentistry.
With root canals and implants, I don't know. I know you should be using good materials. There's some cheap materials and there's some really good materials. Here's my thing. There's issues with everything when it comes to your mouth. If you just go with dentures, there's other issues. You have a change in jaw structure. You can't eat certain kind of foods. It becomes more difficult. It can impact your speech. I've had removable dentures for 10 years. So again, strive for perfection,
okay,
and know that you probably will never achieve it.
Or even say
90%
it sometimes.
is good enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I think that it has been important, we've learned now to educate ourselves before we step into the dentist office, the doctor's office. We're in the habit now of doing some research, right? No matter where we're going.
Right.
And I think that helps too, because we are ready to have a dialogue with whatever medical professional we're in front of, and not just be passively letting things happen to us anymore. And I think that is a very important thing that keto has brought to our life.
Yeah. And again, if you watch the Salt Lake or any of the conferences, you don't need to take every single thing you hear and implement it.
I would say don't do that.
No,
you'll overwhelm
you're gonna
yourself.
overwhelm yourself. Find one or two things that you feel like that is going to be a really good improvement. Work on that and then move on. You will see differences of opinions between people because, listen, that's what a lot of it is, opinion. Some of it is our own personal research, their own personal research.
Yeah.
I have a different opinion than Kim Howerton when it comes to the scale. Kim likes to get on the scale. I hate to get on the scale. Is one of us wrong? No. It really comes down to how do you view that scale? If you are going to live and die by that scale, you may want to consider not being on it. If you're okay at looking at the scale, using it as a gauge, watching just a long-term, graph and not going day by day or hour by hour, that's great. But if you are going to look at it and go, oh my gosh, it's up 1 pound, I got to diet or I got to fast, that's a different issue. Some people can look at it and just look at trends. It's the same thing with even like registering your ketones or going ahead and measuring them. I was talking to the owners of Keto Mojo, and she said the same thing to me. She's like, you shouldn't be living and dying by what they're reading on a Keto Mojo is.
And they are Keto Mojo.
Right. And she actually said to me, when people call them and say, like, I got to get this number, she was like, this meter's probably not for you. Because there's so many things that can impact that reading. With that being said, we came home and we did test because, again, we were gone for a week. Did we stay in ketosis? How are we doing? And I was happy that I came home and found my glucose at an 85 and my ketones at a 0.8, which is actually very high for me.
It is, abnormally so.
And yours were like 1, right?
Yeah, mine was a 1.
So that's a place where something like that is really good. Let's see. Evelyn said, journaling is keeping me honest with no cheating.
That is so wonderful. And I love taking the time for yourself to journal. I think that is a precious thing. It's also good to write down what's going on in your life right now and to record that so that you can go back to it and see how far you've come and what things were going on. I mean, it's kind of like, sometimes I can't stand Facebook memories, but then sometimes, like this week, it was showing me when John Paul, our oldest son, was graduating from high school and getting his high school senior pictures taken. And I was so thankful that I had that information recorded to kind of relive that memory and even how I worded it to myself when I was living in that moment.
Yeah. Esther wants to know, where can you find the worksheets? They are on our website. If you go to our website and just go to the May challenge, it should be on the front page, or April challenge, it should be on the front page. You can click on there and find all of the different ones. I just saw from my good buddy there, Anthony, who I sent a text message a little while to. He said, I don't live and die by the scale. I just live and die by what it tells me.
That's so good.
I've tried divorcing it, and we always end up reconciling somehow. Anthony, give me a call. Let's go out to eat or something.
Yes, he misses you, Anthony.
Brian said, great evening, y'all. You're hustling
Brian.
on my commute. What an awesome time in Keto Salt Lake. Joe and Rachel were beaming lights on a stage full of stars.
Well, how precious. It was so good to see you and also Karen.
It's just, that's weird.
I wonder how your bike ride went.
Okay. So long as it's still working. It says it's not getting enough. But,
I see your face still talking.
But we're still moving. So here's the funny part. Rachel and I were talking, to be around Dr. Barry and Kim Howerton and all of those people, they're the ones that influenced our journey.
Yeah.
So to think that a year ago, 2 years ago, we were just sitting there going, oh my gosh, it's Dr. Barry. And to think that we were actually on the stage with them was amazing. But again, that's where we talk about, and they talk about, you've got to share your story. If you're having a bunch of success, start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Get out there, talk to people, because as Dr. Barry talked about, the change is going to be from the bottom up. It's not going to be from the government. It's going to be from us impacting our doctors, making our doctors go, there's something to this. And that's where the change is going to come up from us. Suzanne said, I'm at the store getting milk to make yogurt. After going to 4 stores, I cannot find Fairlife. Will Maple Hill Organic Valley work? You can make yogurt with it, but it will be higher in carb probably, because that's the difference between using Fairlife and just buying like Fahi Greek yogurt, because the Fairlife is 50% less sugar. So that's why that is. I'm trying to think. BJ sells it. If you have a BJ's, Walmart sells Fairlife. I just bought 2 containers in Walmart yesterday, so I know Walmart sells it. I know they do not sell it in Whole Foods. It went away. Okay. Renee said, good grief, guys. I've shoveled in food today like there's no tomorrow. Ate everything but the kitchen cabinets.
Well, we're celebrating that you did not eat the kitchen cabinets. So I like that you stopped there. That's good.
Uncle Big Guy said, how are you doing with increasing your sleep? I'm working on that as well. Improving, not perfect yet. Yep, like we said.
Small little steps.
Yeah, I mean, our goal right now is be in bed by 10:30. No eating within 3 hours of going to bed. And in bed by 10:30 with the TV off. So far, we've achieved that. We probably won't achieve it tonight. Tonight will probably be 11 o'clock because they need at least an hour to wind down after doing a live stream.
We get so excited to talk to you.
But again, strive for perfection. No, you're never going to achieve it. Eventually, we'd probably like to move that 10:30 up to like 9:30 when I don't have a game. Joanna said, I saw Creamy on the return cart at Walmart yesterday, not on the store shelf, though. Does anyone know if it's available online? Oh,
wow. You mean through Walmart? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah, Chris said, zinc oxide is technically an electrolyte, but more so as a colorant. Makes stuff white, like sunscreen.
Like sunscreen.
Let's...
Wait till you're in the process of watching Keto Salt Lake now. Yeah, there's so many amazing talks, and thank you to Chris for even separating them. So you don't have to watch it in one chunk of a live stream. You can watch it speaker by speaker.
Yep. Sky said, if you guys were nervous, it didn't show. You guys knocked it out of the park.
Thanks, Sky.
Rachel was super nervous.
Yeah.
She was like in the back. That's why we were never out in the front talking to people. In between speakers, she was in the back room pacing back and forth.
But I hope for somebody else that has maybe dealt with lifelong depression, anxiety, social anxiety like I have, I hope that it's a victory for you too, because this is not forever. The depression and the anxiety and the social anxiety, it is night and day than it used to be. And I'm so, so thankful for that.
Chris said, what's up with Dr. Barry going 2 times longer than everybody else? 1 hour and 30 minutes. Well, that was partially our fault.
Yeah,
I mean, we're like, we're not letting these questions go. They are impactful questions. And can you imagine if we wouldn't have gotten to the last question?
Right.
Right? That was so important.
Such a tender moment.
And if you haven't seen it yet, the very last question was someone dealing with health issues.
Yes.
And she was like, what is the best form of keto to do? Should it be keto or should it be carnivore? And to sum up Dr. Barry's answer, it was the one that's sustainable.
Yeah, for you, the one you're actually going to do.
Like for me, carnivore is not sustainable. So it probably wouldn't be smart for me to say I'm carnivore for the rest of my life, because since it's not sustainable for me, I will probably quit. But if it is, he's like, that's the one you do. If you think you could just eat meat and nothing else for the rest of your life, only animal-based products for the rest of your life, that's the one you do. But you do the one that's sustainable. And I'm so grateful that we got that question in.
Well, and I will say, if you're planning to go to any of the conferences or conventions going up this year, please make a point to have questions and to go up to the speakers, whoever they are, and engage with them. They're there to see you. Dr. Barry said that over and over. Rachel, make sure that they know we want to talk to them one-on-one. We want you to approach us. Like, I think that is such a precious thing to hear from them. They really, truly want to answer your very specific questions, those questions that you really can only get answered in person, right?
Ola said keto did fix my anxiety 100%, but it's better, so I'll take it. Oh, didn't. Okay, there's an N missing. But I'll take it. Yeah, and that's something that really helped with you, right?
Same here.
Let's see. Sky said, any more on the Las Vegas event? I have no idea. I have messaged him several times, have not heard back from him. So
if he builds it, we will come probably, but we're waiting.
Let's see. Angie said, thank you, Chris Bear. We've been rewatching the live streams from Keto Salt Lake. So much appreciation for y'all.
Thank you for saying that. Yes.
Karen said, Chris, Miriam, Joe, and Rachel, thank you for all your sharing on these talks with all. They were eye-opening. I'm so grateful.
So one of the things that I really took away is I feel good about what I am eating, and I am not going to put my head down and apologize for this way of eating anymore, because I do feel like I apologize a lot because I don't want to upset anybody. But when you see all of these speakers, medical experts, people like Dr. Peter Bellerstedt that's in the field and talking about what is truly good for our environment, what is truly good for the future of food, we don't need to apologize. We need to eat and be thankful that we do know. I'm not going to ram it down anybody's throat, obviously, but I am no longer going to feel sorry that I'm eating in a different way. I feel like I am more confident in the way that we are eating coming home.
Yeah. S.T. Wong said, I've been watching some of your old videos and just curious why Grayson doesn't make cameos anymore. Once in a while he does. You want to know the biggest reason? Because our patio is always dirty. Right?
We don't want to show off like some dirty parts of our house.
Yeah, because he lives on the patio because he enjoys it out there. He always was in the house. I moved him outside one day when we were filming a video because he would talk the entire video.
Yes.
And then found out he loves it out there. And it's right next to my office, so I can have the door open and I go out there constantly.
It's
so
all
I'll talk
enclosed
to him.
roof
So he's right next to the sliding glass door. So I can talk to him and we can have the door open. But he loves to open up the cage on his own and sit like on the thing and then poop on the patio.
Yeah.
And then he throws his food everywhere. And so the biggest reason is because when he makes an appearance, I need to go clean the patio first.
Right.
And I'm lazy. Marley said, have you made the Ninja Creamy with the Equip Prime Protein? No, I have not.
No, we haven't. We usually put that in coffee and drinks and stuff.
Chris said, I was going to get you guys to drink the Keto Chow in the fridge. I was doing quality testing and making Keto Chow faster than it was getting used. Didn't want it to go bad.
Oh, good. Oh, some of it did today.
And I felt bad because they were all like, test control. And I'm like, well, am I not supposed to drink those?
Which one should we drink?
Because like, you know, for me, like keep a control, which means I need to have some of that one. But we were drinking a lot of the chocolate one. And then we rediscovered s'mores.
Yes, which it had been a minute. And I don't think we had ever added it to our coffee before. Mm-hmm. But it was delicious.
Juju said, I used a Christmas bonus card at Texas Day Brazil tonight. The guys came by, like 5 of them, and swarmed me with meat. My hubs was shocked. I didn't have a panic attack. Nope, men with machetes and meat are always welcome.
So Anthony was joking. He went out with a friend this evening and went out to lunch, and He thought he said he wanted a 16-ounce prime rib.
Right.
He accidentally said a 26-ounce prime rib. So he says when that thing came to the table,
Anthony had a 26-ounce prime rib.
He looked down and was like, I think I might have not said the right number. And so he asked the guy that he was having lunch with, did I say 26 ounces? And the guy was like, yeah, you did. I thought
That's
was a
Rachel
lot.
dinner.
That was a Rachel dinner. So he was like, this is a lot of prime rib.
Oh, Sky said, so sad our Brazilian steakhouse here in Palm Springs closed.
Oh, no.
2 mini vegan and veggie folks here, I guess.
I hope you get a new one.
Juju said, for real, I was so happy for all the meats last week at the theater and the mall. I was covered in hives.
Oh, my gracious.
Let's see. Defense Whisk says, a lot of plant-based folks where I live in Southern California, too. Half my athlete friends were mainly plant-based, even back in the 90s and 2000s. Tanya's here, said, hey, gang, got swept away and missed the first 20 minutes. Hope everyone is doing well tonight.
We're doing good. We're doing better now that you're here.
Sky said, working hard to get the one thing on track. I consistently hit just about 95% of both protein and fat. Need to figure out how to up the protein without going over fat. Hey, again, strive for perfection. No, you're probably never going to achieve it. If you're getting 95% of your protein, you're good.
That's fantastic.
Okay? And as far as the fat, if you don't hit all the fat, that's good. And something else we addressed in a couple of the videos we've done over the last couple of days is, if let's say your protein is 120 and your fat is 120. And for some reason, someday, and it came up because in one of the vlogs, I did not hit my protein goal because of all my teeth work. Let's say your protein is 120, but you only had 100 grams of protein that day, but you still have 120 grams of fat. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because the energy is what you're concerned about. It's not some magic of having it match, okay? The idea is you want to make sure you're getting your protein in. That's why you have your protein number. And then your fat and your carbs, your energy side is your limit. So if you hit your limit of your fat one day, but didn't hit your goal of your protein, that's okay. There's no magic that happens at 12 midnight that goes, today's a new day.
Today's a new day.
So maybe today I eat 200 grams of protein, but tomorrow we only eat 100. That still averages out to 150, I think, right? And so don't get caught up on the numbers. That's the biggest thing I want to say. Don't get caught up in the numbers. Chris said, oh yes. If you want a good laugh.
It was funny.
Go to the website, Chris put it up, chosensucks.com, and watch the commercial.
Really funny.
It is hysterical. It's actually made by the Harmon Brothers, the same company that does
the ads for Keto Chow,
as well as the Squatty Potty.
You might recognize some of the actors in it.
Yeah.
Team Rachel with the snooze button.
Hoofing it said, shopping, I am more like Joe and Brian is more like Rachel. The guy can...
He can mosey along? Really? Let's go shopping, Brian. We got this.
Rickwin said, ribeyes and ossobuco is a good but fatty. Yeah. Let's see. Defense Whisk says, perfect advice. Take 1 or 2 things and go. Don't overkill your brain with everything.
Yes.
Yep.
And actually do it. Take one thing away and actually consistently commit to doing it. That is a true treasure from going to one of these conferences.
Yep. Rhonda's here said, eating now ends at 7 p.m., 3 hours before bed. Thank you, Keto Salt Lake.
So tonight, usually we will eat something after the live stream, and I was so proud of us today. We got it in before the live stream.
At 7:15, I said to Rachel, if we want to have some pudding, let's have it now.
Yes.
Because we can't have it after the live stream.
I was so tickled we actually did that.
Lynn said, I noticed that one of the speakers said no broccoli or cauliflower. Confused. I thought Dr. Berry said they were okay. Again,
different speakers, different opinions.
Everybody's going to have different opinions.
Yeah.
It depends on your gut biome. How do you react to it? We don't eat a lot of vegetables, but we eat them every once in a while. I ate a lot of broccoli when I was in Salt Lake because we went out. They had it at the Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
Which probably didn't have super clean ingredients because it was like in a cheese sauce, but I was okay with that. We had it at the speaker dinner. We were eating just broccoli with shrimp. I came home, and yesterday I mixed broccoli in our ground beef.
Yeah.
Then we'll go months without having it. So, again, the best thing to do is test on yourself. If you are doing great, having some broccoli, having some greens, then continue having them. The biggest thing I always want people to get is you will get a lot of your nutrition, most of your nutrition from meat. Look at your vegetables as a bonus. So most people in a standard American diet want to fill their plate with vegetables and have a small amount of meat. You should be the opposite. A lot of meat and a little bit of vegetables, and eat the meat first.
Yeah, so that you know you get it in.
If you don't have room, if you're done with the meat and you're still hungry, either eat more meat or add your vegetables. But you don't want to fill up on vegetables and then not have room for the meat, because then you're not going to be getting your protein and all the nutrients you need.
Well, and I really love these conferences because they give us an opportunity to listen to people that maybe we don't normally listen to. And there's always going to be, you know, to a certain extent, you're going to have to eat the meat and discard the bones. Like, you know, take what you can from it. And if you're like, hey, that's not for me, go ahead and lay that down.
Yeah. Karen said, I'm one of those people who steps on the scale, but I use it as a guideline.
There you go.
If I'm in a window, I'm comfortable. If I creep out of that zone, I know I need to pay attention to what I'm eating.
So that's so smart.
That is great. And that's more of the thing that I'm trying to teach myself. That if I stay in an area within 1 to 2 pounds of that area, I'm good. But if I start seeing it creep up and more consistently, then we may have an issue.
Well, and I try to liken the scale to a pool. For some people, this tool allows them to train for the Olympics. Mm-hmm. Other people could drown in it. So right now we are taking lessons. We're trying to get better at using the scale and not tying it to how we feel about ourselves, and really just use it as a data collection tool as it was meant to be. There's no conversation to be had with the scale, right? I can't talk to it. So we're trying to improve our relationship with it.
Yeah. So Wilma said, can you make pudding using keto chow butter, almond milk, and more tarragon than you would use making ice cream? Looks like it should be thick enough. What do you do for everyone? You're great. What you do for everyone, you're great.
Oh, thanks, Wilma.
Could you? Yes. I don't know how much of a consistency like pudding it's going to be. I would use beef gelatin over that. I like using scrambled eggs for a couple of reasons. Number one, the consistency is amazing.
It doesn't stink.
It doesn't stink when you use scrambled eggs. And more importantly, there's nothing bad in there. You're not adding any fiber. I'm not saying tarragon is bad, but it is a little bit of an unknown still. I wouldn't want to do a whole bunch extra of any thickener. So I think that Keto Chow has the perfect ratio of thickeners with xanthan gum and with acacia fiber. I just don't know if I want to add a whole bunch more. I am looking at total carbs. Tarragon will bring carbs. When you add in the eggs, you could eat it as a dessert like we did it tonight, or you can eat it as a meal. I mean, when I make it, it's literally almond milk, or you can even use water or coconut milk, depending on which liquid you want to use, eggs and keto chow, and then a little bit of sweetener or something. That's it. That's what's in it.
Super simple.
So really high protein, and then that's it. You know, the only fat you're getting is the fat in the egg, so it's super nutritious, full of vitamins, and that's why I like it that way. And if you haven't made it with eggs, try it. Everybody we've ever given it to has no clue it's made with eggs.
Don't Lion King it. Don't be like, hey, this is a pudding of eggs. Because then people will be looking for a reason not to like it. So just, here you go. You want some pudding? Mm-hmm. Sure.
Dawn said, I know a lot of this family already has a channel. I've been thinking of starting one. Funny you said that. I just mentioned it to my daughter yesterday.
Do it. It's hard. It's hard work. It's a lot of work. I will say that. You don't get into it because you're like, this is going to be easy. It is very challenging to put yourself out there. I think that you do have to have kind of a thick skin. Everybody's not going to like you, and some people are going to be very vocal about not liking you, but I think sometimes it's very important to put yourself out there and be willing to share your story.
Yeah. Juju said, let the organic milk run for a 24-hour ferment. It will have almost nothing left if you use real milk. Yeah, so that's the other thing you can do is you can just let it run a lot longer, because the more that you've got the cultures in there and letting it go, so like for example 24 hours, the more that all of those cultures are going to eat away the sugar, and there's just no way of knowing what you have left except for subtracting the whey. Faith wants to know, have you ever tried using milk kefir grains to make yogurt? Not to make yogurt, but we sort of have. We've got a video on how to make kefir or kefir or however you pronounce it. Tanya said,
if we're pronouncing it.
I told Dr. Barry I've been wanting to start my own YouTube channel 1 to 2 years now and committed to 5 video uploads by Keto Palooza.
Do it.
Rickwin said, we have a sort of local called Ingles. I also go to Aldi. I found that Sam's Club prices are higher than those, so I don't usually shop there. I also have a meat market, and they have a flash sale.
Oh, that's nice. It's always good to, like, check local.
Patty wants to know if we tried the Chosen mayonnaise from Costco.
Yes, we have.
Like that one.
We do like it. I was just going to say, like, check your local stores, even stores that you've never, like, shopped in before, to just see what they have. Sometimes it's nice to just kind of go on a little culinary journey around your local area.
Hoofin' it said, do y'all read in bed? Today someone mentioned a red light to read by. Have y'all heard of this? I am researching. I have not heard of it, although Bronson did mention to me that we should get a red light and put it in our room. So he does like red light therapy.
It's not just like Friday night?
No.
Like red light?
No.
Hey, let's go, baby.
I will say this, though. I'm ashamed to admit this. I don't like to read.
We read every single day, son.
No, but...
Every day.
We read in the morning as part of our devotions, but I don't like to just read for enjoyment. It goes back to high school where I had teachers that like basically made you read an entire book overnight.
You do a lot of Audible.
I like Audible, but that wouldn't be good for going to bed.
Right.
And when I
does a lot of listening.
I don't like books. I like to read on my iPad when I do read.
See, I gotta touch it
because I can enlarge it, and I don't have to worry about my glasses as much. But that would not be a good thing for bed because the whole idea is
getting away
from the screen for a little while beforehand. Even when that last hour when we are watching TV, I'm wearing my Viva-Ray glasses with the red lens.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't appreciate any of the color on the TV for the last hour.
You're just seeing like
everything is red because it blocks out all blue and green light. But it does make me go to sleep.
We might as well just watch old movies, like black and white movies.
Juju said, I have a friend who does nutrition coaching, not keto, but she says just go to bed 15 minutes early and get up 15 minutes early for the rest of a week and then add 15 minutes more to HN. Slower is actually better. It's a great idea. Chris said, you got to keep them separated. Chef Fat said, I am modified keto for life.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Chris, it's time to stop neglecting the kids. Gotta go.
Have a great night.
Let's see. Gotta find, everybody's talking to each other. Oh, Lynette is here.
Hey, Lynette.
Yep, Chef Fat said, I'm so glad doctors are getting more into this direction.
Me too.
Lots of talking between each other. Dawn said, I think you're making me want keto chow tomorrow. Been a while since I've had one.
Oh, I'm glad that we encourage that.
Now we have a vlog going out tomorrow. If you haven't yet done it, go enter to win the giveaway. We're doing 5 winners of a peanut butter, a grape, and a strawberry.
Sorry about the grape.
We're going to be picking those winners tomorrow.
We apologize for
tomorrow night we're going to pick those winners.
Spreading that.
He said we're making keto chow ice cream tomorrow on the Friday night feast. We need help picking a flavor. Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Debbie said, the great thing about the PhD is you can adjust it and it stays sustainable. I am carnivore sometimes, PSMF sometimes, ketovore sometimes, because I would get frustrated if I had to just
That is a great point. Yes, there is so much. That's what makes this lifestyle so beautiful, right? Because there's so much variety. I'm always got like confused face when people are like, well, this is too confining. I could never do this. And it's like, what, whole food?
Right.
Like you have a hard time with actual food?
Right.
You want more Franken food that is like an experiment food? Is that what you're missing? Things that are like not really food? If you like fake food, we actually taped a
Beyond Meat today.
Oh my goodness. Beyond Meat wannabe jerky. We tried that today. Maybe that would be something that would interest you because it's not food, really.
The funny part about the Beyond Meat, not to spill the beans on the video, but They nail the nutrition like perfectly compared to regular beef jerky.
Yeah.
Same fat, same protein.
They're trying to make it like this.
They even got the same vitamins.
Sort of, maybe?
It was similar in taste, similar in texture, much higher in carbohydrates, and it's a frankenfood.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. But
yeah.
You'll have fun watching that video.
Very strange.
Let's see. Oh, so Joanna wanted to know how to add keto chow to coffee, dying to try caramel macchiato or Irish cream. So what we normally do at home is put our coffee in a blender and add just the powder in there. And what we will normally do is about a half a serving for an entire pot. So that's like 27, 28 grams. I don't weigh it out. I just kind of pick up the scoop and go, oh, that's about half. If we are making it where we've already got a keto chow, like Chris and Miriam already had a whole bunch of keto chows, we were basically taking a made keto chow, which I believe they used like 4 tablespoons of butter. And Miriam told me exactly how much fat was in each one, but I don't remember. But I believe it's 4 tablespoons of butter. And then that one was enough for us to do 3 24-ounce cups, because I was going up the street to the Holiday gas station and getting 3 24-ounce cups of coffee every day, and then I would just pour that in there to kind of give us a coffee.
Lynette actually posted how to add it to coffee. So thank you so much for posting that, Lynette. And I'm hoping that Lynette got some rest the rest of this week, because my gracious.
I'm hoping Lynette got my rocks mailed out.
That precious woman was working so hard to make everything beautiful at the Keto Chow booth. So thankful for her.
I did. I left 2 priority mailboxes of salt on the table and forgot to put a shipping label on it. I have a feeling somebody's enjoying a whole bunch of Redmond salt from the mine.
Well, maybe it's not that. Maybe the post office just quit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, what are people doing, mailing rocks? Yes, actually.
Debbie said, just got my peanut butter keto chow today. Yum is an understatement. Just smelling it makes me smile.
I'm with you.
Really, really
and
good.
And it does smell wonderful too, doesn't it?
Joanna said, want to know, do you use a blender or a whisk? So we didn't have a blender. I was for a while. We were adding powder ones too, until I realized that Chris and Miriam had a refrigerator full of keto chow. And we were, even in the airport, we were just taking a stick and mixing it in, because the keto chow does mix really, really well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Joanna said, I eat broccoli and cauliflower along with Brussels sprouts too. I roast them.
I like them too. Sometimes they don't like me. I know sometimes I have trouble with cabbage and Brussels sprouts. I love me some Brussels sprouts cooked in bacon. That is like a super favorite, delicious side dish for me. But sometimes it doesn't like me. And the next day, not great.
We find for us, like, cauliflower. We both love cauliflower.
We love it.
Cooked cauliflower tends to bloat us.
Yeah.
Raw cauliflower doesn't. So, do we eat cooked cauliflower?
Yes. You've got to
today
experiment.
we ate gardenia, which is where it's been like, pickled and stuff. And
delicious.
That works really well for us. But sometimes cooked cauliflower will kind of bloat us, but we will still eat it. Cher said, we don't eat veg too much, but when I can get a farmer's market broccoli and cauliflower and make it cooked in butter and Parmesan cheese like a casserole, it's a nice treat.
That sounds good, Cher.
Rickwin said, I upgraded from a 3-quart, so a 6-quart is plenty big enough for me. I did a chuck roast the other day. You didn't have to cut it up to cook it.
That's nice. Mike is here. Hi, Mike. I love getting to see your beautiful face and your wife's beautiful face.
So Janet said, I have to eat 5 hours before bed. My protein suffers even though I eat, my digestion suffers even though I eat keto.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, when he said 3 hours, I'm like, 3 hours? My rule was always an hour.
So we changed the way we do stuff too.
Yeah. Kathleen said, I'm still giggling to myself about being able to meet you guys in person.
It is such a blessing.
No big deal, so thank you very much.
We love getting to meet you.
Wildcat said, I get on the scale every Thursday. If it gets to a certain point, I back off of sweeteners and alter my work snack.
That is awesome. That's a great policy. I love seeing how people deal with their relationship with the scale, because sharing that is really important, because it helps other people know how to change their relationship with it.
Okay. Marley said, what is the best keto chow flavor between s'mores, Irish cream, and caramel macchiato? They all sound good. Okay, so we got to throw out s'mores. And then asking us which one is better, Irish cream or caramel macchiato, was asking us which child do you like best,
John Paul, Caleb, or Anthony? Which one?
I mean, we did develop those two flavors. For me, it just...
Depends on the day.
It's a mood thing for me. I think all three are great. So obviously we love Irish cream and caramel macchiato because when we made them for us to like them.
Right.
You know, it wasn't so much do you guys like it? It was do we like it? And that's why when we developed the flavors, it was does it taste good? And we actually started creating it using only butter. Because that's how we like keto chow.
Yeah.
After we made it with butter and said, okay, I like that flavor.
Work with heavy whipping
we're
cream?
like, does it work with heavy whipping cream? And also, does it work with ice cream? And if one of those didn't work, we reformulate it. And it took a year to make the formulation.
Yeah.
But we have not had s'mores probably since it launched. And when we had it at, Chris and Miriam's house, I was like, we've been missing something.
We have been missing.
Right? Because it was really, really good in coffee.
You get stuck in a rut and you don't expand, what else is there? You're just like, well, this is what I like and must be what I like forever.
Chef Ed said taco ice cream. Now, somebody...
Marie had the most interesting thing at our meetup. So this time last week, we had a meetup at Keto Chow, and Marie brought tomato basil keto chow ice cream. She used cream cheese as the fat source. She made it in a creamy, and she drizzled a balsamic vinaigrette over the top of it, and it blew my mind. It was just
It sounded gross, but it was actually really good.
It was really good and so interesting, and I actually think, wouldn't that be a wonderful addition to a dinner party? Mm-hmm. To kind of hey, let's showcase something really, really fun. I just thought it was amazing, and I thought she was brilliant.
Yeah. Christina said, when you make the protein Wonder Bread, does yours have a styrofoam texture? If you are making just the original recipe with the egg whites, the egg white protein powder, and then maybe allulose to make it brown, yes, it's a little styrofoamy. We started adding in the keto chow. We were using the creamy chicken, right?
Yep.
And that completely changed the texture. Also, go over to Indigo Nilly's channel. She's got so many variations. We really don't make the bread that much anymore. In fact, we haven't made it
in a while.
Probably almost 2 months. Why don't we make it? Is because it became a drive-by for us. Every time we walked into the kitchen, we would have a slice, and that slice had butter on it, to the point where we were going through 2 sticks of butter every 2 days. So, is the bread good on keto? Not for us.
Yeah.
Right? And again, that's serious. The only ingredient is eggs, but it's not super keto for us because we couldn't control ourselves. Will we probably re-add it?
I'm
yes.
sure.
But it will not go back to always having a loaf made because we just got to the point where we couldn't control it. It was like nuts or peanut butter for me.
Yeah.
Mike said, speaking of carnivore, I'm in a meat coma from dinner. I cooked brisket overnight, bacon wrapped smokies.
Ooh, I love smokies.
Burgers, also cooked queso dip. Oh, and chicken breast with red mint
Man, Mike.
I'm coming to your house.
I want to go to his house for sure.
Stephanie said you use the same amount of scrambled eggs as you would hard-boiled eggs. So I use, and I know we have a couple of videos on it, was in a vlog as well. So I use 12 scrambled eggs. So if you want exactly how we do it, again, it's based off of Maria Emmerich's egg pudding, but it's very much changed.
It's a wet scramble too.
Yes. So you're gonna scramble the eggs. I use 12 scrambled eggs. I don't overcook them. You don't want them to be dry. You want them to be slightly wet. And I actually show it in the vlog we filmed today, which will probably be out Sunday.
Looks like a massacre of eggs.
So a dozen eggs. 12 dozen. That would be a lot of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs.
So 12 eggs, a scoop of keto chow. We add some liquid sucralose in there just to up the sweetness. I put about 15 drops, and then
in the whole batch.
And then 10 ounces of almond milk, and that's all that's in there. You can add some vanilla extract. Today for the banana, I added some banana emulsion in there.
It's very banana-y.
If you don't want to use liquid sucralose, you could use liquid stevia, you could use liquid monk fruit, or you could use up to a half a cup of powdered swerve. We don't do that because, again, I'm looking at total carbs. I am eating it as a meal a lot of times. And also, a lot of erythritol tends to give me some gastric distress.
Yes, and set my tongue on fire.
Janet said, I haven't made pudding yet. I'm working on not snacking and have meat for meats unless I use a Keto Chow shake meal.
That is awesome. That's a great positive. Again, Mama Chris is here. Hi, Mama Chris.
I'm using the pudding as a meal a lot of times. Like, that's a breakfast, or it could be a dinner, or it's part of my dinner. Because, again, it's eggs and Keto Chow.
Right.
You know, so there's no heavy whipping cream or anything like that in there. Tina said, Rachel, yes, no more apologizing for the way I eat. I only ate the keto foods that I made at Easter.
So good.
The other foods weren't worth the health issues that come with them. Made your slaw delicious.
Thank you so much. Yes, when they were talking about, and it kept coming up about how this way of eating may be new to us, but it is not new. This is our primal birthright to eat this way. And when you take those words together, it's a primal birthright, you see why it is something worth protecting. You see how precious it is. And it makes complete sense, right? That it is maybe new to us, but not new altogether, right? I don't think that, Laura Ingalls Wilder were like, pull over, I need a ho-ho or a ding-dong, right? I mean, you ate this primal way of eating. Right. Just makes sense.
Marley said, how long will the buttermilk last in the fridge? A week to 10 days.
Depends on whose house it's in. Not very long.
Janet said she has a red light in her living room, and I may try my best to just use natural light.
How nice.
That's really good. Janet has a problem with heavy whipping cream.
Tony says, did Rachel just call Joe son? Like, yo, son, sometimes.
Diana has a red light in her bathroom, so when I get up to pee, not every night, it doesn't wake me up.
Wow, Joe, you need that because that's a huge thing that he does not like. In fact, he'll sometimes just tell me, I don't want to get up because if I have to pee, I'm never going to go back to sleep. Like, yeah, I think that's something for everybody.
Sky said, do we enter the giveaway now or wait until tomorrow? So it is the video where we did the review of peanut butter and grape. So it got released last Wednesday, and our shipment of the Keto Chow actually came today. We didn't want to pick the winner until we actually had it in hand. Because we bought it when we were out there, but I didn't want to take anything. Our suitcases, we're limited at 50 pounds. Both of them are 49.5 pounds coming home.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Can I just say it doesn't make any sense to me?
How did we come home with more stuff? And we didn't come home with anything. No. Except for Chris and Miriam gave us the coolest Easter basket. The kids sent us on a scavenger hunt in the house.
It was so fun. But here's my conundrum. How is it that we're trying to pack our bags, and it's oh no, I have to make sure that this bag only has less than 50 pounds in it. And I'm gonna go ahead and take what I've taken out of that suitcase and put it into a carry-on or backpack that is going on the same plane. It's going on the same plane. Right. Why is it that we have to make sure that this bag that's going in cargo is only 50 pounds, but the rest of the things, I still brought it.
Yeah, I mean,
makes no sense to me.
We're weighing bags in Chris's house. Chris has this cool scale. We ordered it while we were there. Where you just hold it on your hand and then you just pick it up and it tells you how much it weighs. Yes. So we bought them to keep in our suitcases.
Because it's hard to teeter a suitcase on a scale that's not big enough for it.
We're we're over. Just shove it in the carry-on. So our carry-ons probably weighed 75 pounds apiece.
And then if I can't put it on, going up to Utah, I was wearing 4 outfits on. It was just one more shirt, one more pair of pants, one more jacket, put on my heaviest shoes. But I'm going on the plane. Right. We're all on the same plane.
And then it's funny because Delta is fine with, if you have 2 bags, we're traveling together, both bags, so long as I'm under 100 pounds, we're good. When we flew, the last time we flew, we were on JetBlue. Each bag had to be less than 50. So and we had that. We were in the middle of the airport. It was on a vlog.
Yes.
One bag was 56 pounds. The other bag was 40 pounds. And she's well, you're paying more money on this one.
I'm just tossing underwear around in public.
So I don't understand it at all.
I don't get it.
Rita said, my sleep doctor told me not to even read in bed. The bedroom is for sleep only. So I trained myself to do that. No reading or TV in the sleep room. That's probably going to be an issue for me.
Rita, you're doing so much better than us because we do watch TV.
That's the only place I watch TV.
Yeah.
Anthony is here, said love affair with the peanut butter keto chow. I may be Team Rachel. Yes. I don't love the grape, which surprised me, but with raspberry cheesecake, it's amazing. Peanut butter might top pistachio as number one.
Anthony's on my side. Anthony's on my side.
Let's see. He said, Chris is bringing me a grape on the cruise. I'm allergic to peanuts.
Oh, well, don't eat that.
Yeah, don't eat that.
Don't eat that.
Yep. Melinda said, I made pistachio keto chow ice cream last night. It was amazing and stirred in with some crushed pistachios as a topping.
Melinda, I love how you spell your name. That is gorgeous. I love that with a Y. That's so cute.
Lynette, thank you very much. I was just teasing. You said my rocks went out today.
Man, they were heavy. I know.
I filled the priority mail boxes. Hey, it says priority mail, and so I just filled it. It was flat rate.
They're going to rethink that. You know that, right? But that's Redmond's fault. The fact that they were like, hey, if you can carry it out, you can keep it.
Lynette is so awesome.
Challenging Simpton.
So S at, what is that? S-Theme MB? I don't know. We'll try caramel in my pot of coffee in the morning. Love the bag with the 2 crazy ketos on it. My first keto chow purchase. How about peanut butter and
Fluffernutter? Ooh, I wonder if the mixture of peanut butter and
mix
s'mores.
It with s'mores. That would be really good.
That would be good.
Let's see. Juju said ketovore in spring and fall, keto summer, closer to carnivore in winter, eating habits swirl around what's available in my garden. That is the best way to eat vegetables.
Yes.
So people ask us, is it okay to eat vegetables? Is it okay to eat fruit? Try to eat locally grown in season.
It'll make a big difference.
So for example, if you live in Florida, you should never have an apple. Why? They're not locally grown.
We don't have those.
Right? And I've even talked to people at the conference, some of the people who were on the panels, that for a lot of people, and I think this is a good thing, locally grown is within 400 to 500 miles.
Yeah.
Okay? Think about our ancestors. Go back to Little House on the Prairie. Was there any chance somebody who lived in New York was eating an orange? Probably not.
How they gonna get it?
How were they going to get
Covered wagon?
Think about prior to the trains. There was no way you were going to get it. Just like somebody who lived in Florida, although back then it was mostly Indians and outlaws.
Both of my family.
They would have never had...
Both sides.
They would have never had an apple, right?
Yeah.
Because apples don't grow down here. Mangoes in Florida, they grow for 1 month out of the year. So if you want to eat a mango in the month of, some of them are actually coming in season right now, in the month of May or June, fine. But don't eat a mango in September because it's not locally grown. It's actually probably coming from another country.
Well, or they freeze it.
And I'm not advocating eating a mango on keto.
Well,
Let's get that straight.
I used to work at Aldi. I used to work at a grocery store, and we would unload the produce, and a lot of it would come frozen. And I can remember like the managers talking to me about like, you know, when I was like, oh, these apples are all frozen and like thawing out. And he was like, well, yeah, it's not apple season. How are we going to provide apples if we don't freeze them? So I thought, ugh, that's not great.
Right. Tanya said, Joe and Rachel look so good. I told Joe it was nice to see him dressed up. What a good-looking couple. Thank you very much,
thanks
Tanya.
So much.
Okay, so can I put something out there?
Yes, after you say thank you to Sherry.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Sherry, thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat. Said, thinking of keto chow sugar cookies. Any good recipe? I think eggs, butter, baking powder, and keto chow. Your thoughts, please. That would work. Keto chow has lots of recipes on their website. We have one for a snickerdoodle on our website, and you can just sub any flavor in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I was editing the video from Utah, and to sound a little, at the risk of sounding a little conceited.
Oh no!
I look good. No, seriously. Usually I edit videos and I'm like, boy, do I look fat. Wow,
really?
I look horrible. But I was looking at videos of us standing on the stage and looking in the car, and I'm
better than you thought.
For the first time, I looked at a video and I was like, I actually look thin.
I'm so proud of you.
Now, so I know that probably sounds bad, but
no. If you proportion it against all the times you hated yourself,
right?
Then yeah, this is like
it's 1 in 1,000.
One time where you're content with yourself. Like, I will take it.
Rachel, Lynette said, Rachel, I love the bunny suit. Yay. Do you know how long it's been since I've had my picture taken with the Easter bunny? It made me cry.
It made my day.
Oh,
I'm going to start reading because clearly Joe cannot
I'm going to tomorrow. I found out that I get 50% off of glasses at Lens Crafters with the AARP discount.
Let's go, AARP gentlemen. Son.
Kimberly said, I made your coleslaw for the first time tonight. I'm in love.
Thanks so much for giving it a try.
Wellman said, I'm so happy to just eat plain food until I am full. Don't want anything else. Just had 3/4 of a pound of hamburger patties, salad, olive oil, vinegar, Redmond salt. I'm full.
You know, my mom, she has called me a couple times. She is on a shrimp kick right now. Mm-hmm. Just absolutely, like our local grocery store is having a sale on shrimp. We had some shrimp yesterday that was delicious, but she was just like, I am just eating shrimp unapologetically, enjoying it. And I'm like, that's great, Mommy. Like, I'm tickled that you're enjoying shrimp this week.
Okay, this makes a lot of sense. See, yes. Sometimes you just need somebody to tell you something so it makes sense.
Somebody named Sky is going to know what's going on in the airplane.
Sky said it is about safety for the baggage handlers.
Okay.
50 pounds is the criteria for lifting bags on the plane.
Okay.
More weight requires different handling for some
Thank
workers.
you. Now it makes sense to me.
That makes sense because when we were on JetBlue, she said because we were over 50 pounds, it was like $100 charge.
Yes.
Because it was over 50 pounds.
That makes sense.
And I'm like, that makes no sense because I can pay $30 for an extra bag.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Thank
See, sometimes we just need to look at things logically.
Yes.
Like even like our diet, right? Like when you look at it logically.
I don't think anybody is sensing that you're going to get logic out of me.
Yeah, and Ola said the same thing. The weight luggage is due to the safety for employees so they don't get hurt.
That makes so much sense. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sherry said, wait for the travel bags on a plane makes about as much sense as daylight savings time.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah, Juju said flat rate does not max out. I think it's 50 pounds. It's actually 70 pounds, I found out.
And you get panicked, right?
No, she's talking about flat rate post office. It's 70 pounds.
I was going to say, though, that I do, though, we both, like, will usually get in some sort of, like, heated stress level conversation. I won't say, like, a fight, but we'll both be like, do you have under 50 pounds? I don't know. Do you have it? Do you have any more room in your bag? Like, we get a little bit panicked.
I am writing this down.
Okay.
Keto travel tips.
Okay.
Video.
Okay.
Because...
So you don't forget?
So I don't forget because Liz just had a great thing. I would love to hear keto travel tips, flying, pack good, Walmart delivery. I will have a meal per firm.
That is great.
So we will absolutely make that as a video. So here's what we do. We flew in to Utah. We brought no toiletries with us.
No, we did not.
We stopped at Walmart.
That was a huge win for me.
We spent $12 at Walmart and bought shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, and toothpaste.
I usually pack like we're going someplace that has no stores.
Right.
We're going to Utah.
Right.
There was a ton of stores around.
And here's the thing. In the past, Rachel would go to the store and buy all the little travel bottles.
So
which
expensive.
Costs like twice as much as buying the shampoo and conditioner in a big bottle at Walmart.
Well, because, and then here's the thing. I can see where it makes sense if you have very fancy like shampoo and conditioner and body wash needs. But I'm going the cheap route. Like if I can find something for $2, it's going up here. You know, that's just the way it is. So I'm fine to go and buy it when we get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Miriam, hi friends.
Hope it said, Joe, you made my heart happy. You look great. I'm so glad that you see it too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marie said, mindset change is an awesome non-scale victory, Joe.
Yes. Oh, and Marie, thank you so much. Like, definitely, if you haven't already, post the recipe for your ice cream because that was brilliant.
Diana said, Joe, it's so great that you shared that. You do look great. Thank you very much.
That
Sherry
was a big deal for
that's
you
the most
to say
wonderful
that
realization to look at yourself and see the positive. Good for you, Joe. Joanna said, it doesn't sound bad. It was so long for me to like what I saw in a mirror.
That is awesome. I'm so tickled. That's good.
Juju said, but FYI, there are apple tree varieties, but not keto.
But they do exist.
Oh, that's interesting.
Good.
I've never seen one as a landscaper down here.
To know.
Tina ordered the peanut butter keto chop packs to try. So good.
Time for a big bag. But thanks for saying that because, yeah, I don't want to necessarily start out with a big bag of keto chow. I want to make sure that it's a flavor I like. So I like things like the starter packs or just ordering a few of the little ones just to make sure that it's a flavor I'm going to like.
Yeah. Carolyn says 70 pounds is the weight limit of what postal workers are allowed. Anything over 70 pounds is going by some other method.
Heath says, I wonder if someone named Hungry Heath made a couple of keto road trip videos. He is actually great, too, with a tackle box. He has retrofitted a tackle box to bring along with him, which I think is brilliant because it keeps everything right in its place.
Yeah.
Really great
And we've
packing.
done some of our packing videos in the past, but we've changed the way we do things now. Like, I actually got Rachel to not bring any toiletries with us. That was a huge accomplishment for her.
Miracles never cease.
Okay, it is 9:45. We are going to get off because
we can go to
bedtime
bed.
Coming up.
Yes.
So I do want to say I'm sorry that we've not had as many videos as we normally do, but with traveling and everything else, we wanted to live in the moment. We wanted to be able to enjoy hanging out with Chris and Miriam and the kids, and that's one of the things that we're going to start. We are going to still get 5 videos up a week. Now that we're back home, it's a little bit easier, but we are going to prioritize sleep and you know, relationships and things like that. And if something comes out late, it comes out late.
We're not going to worry.
We're not going to worry about it anymore because worry is stress, and stress is not good for our health. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we have a vlog coming out tomorrow. We should have one on Saturday.
Yep.
Don't forget about the new Keto Break flavor launching on Sunday. And they will be back live on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time for Keto on the Couch.
We love you guys.
Have a great night.